Shout out to Coco 2005 for sending me this story. And before I even get into it, this man looks like Frodo Baggins off of Lord of the Rings. I know I'm not the only one that thinks that. Now let's get into it. This individual's name is Nicholas Zuckerman, and he is 24 allegedly, and he's from Arizona, and he has recently pled guilty because he threatened a Harvard ceremony for its black students. I swear to goodness, this has been the worst Black History Month ever. Now I know it's going to be after Black History Month when I post this video, but it is February 28th as I'm recording it. And this has to go down as one of the worst Black History Months ever. I mean, it has been nothing but non-stop fuckery that has come out of this month, especially towards black people or somehow black people being involved. But anyway, he pleaded guilty on Thursday to threaten to bomb a Harvard University to threaten to bomb Harvard University and shoot students at its first commencement ceremony for black students in 2017. Now, let's just dwell on that. Harvard's been around for how many years? How many decades? And they are just now having their first commencement ceremony for black students in 2017. And he said he wanted to end their pro-black agenda. So black students going to an Ivy League school like Harvard University is promoting a pro-black agenda? Let them tell it. That's what they believe it is. But you know what else it is? He's probably mad because them coming to that school and them having their first black commencement ceremony in 2017, or maybe a mixed class or where there's a lot of black people graduating. He sees that as genocide. I'll never forget, I was on Twitter the other day and someone posted up the actual definition of genocide, and I actually retweeted it and said, let Palm Cutlet tell it. Genocide is them mentioning the word diversity and diversity actually happening. I got a lot of feedback from that. Not from the Palm Cutlet troll, but from a lot of people who follow me. And they say, you know what, Taurean? You're right. They shake at that word diversity. That word is like kryptonite to them. It says Nicholas Zuckerman, age 24, faces a prison sentence of up to 18 months after pleading guilty in federal court. They must have gave him a plea deal, because this man threatened to shoot and or bomb up a ceremony, and he only is being sentenced up to 18 months. That means he may not even serve 18 days. But then again, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, look at him. And I bet you by the time I get through this article, nowhere are they going to say he is a domestic terrorist, even though what he threatened to do would be classified as domestic terrorism. Prosecutors say he made the online comments in response to news reports that the Ivy League school would hold a special commencement ceremony on May 23, 2017 to celebrate the accomplishments of black graduates. Oh, so it looks like what it sounds to me is that they're having a separate ceremony just for the black graduates. So what? Are they trying to say that they're not good enough to graduate with everybody else? You got to give them something separate? That's why I'm glad I went to an HBCU. Good thing I went to HBCU, but I didn't turn out to be like Jelly Roland Martin, that whole crew. Thank God for that. He made those threats specifically because the targeted audience here was black, Assistant U.S. Attorney Ann Peruti said in court. She said he admitted making the comments in a Federal Bureau of Investigation interview, in which he also discussed the difficulty of being a Republican after U.S. President Donald Trump's election. Oh, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that. Did you just hear that? He said him being a Republican and a Trump supporter was difficult after Trump got into office. Are you really going to blame it on that? Like, are you really going to blame the accomplishment of these black students working their ass off and getting through this school on your difficulty being a Republican after Trump got elected? Are we really about to do this now? According to an indictment, Zuckerman wrote in an Instagram post 10 days before the ceremony, if the blacks, now whenever a white person refers to black people as the blacks, you already know what their mindset is on. Only ceremony happens, and I encourage violence and death at it. I'm thinking 2 automatics with extendo clips. I swear, they love a good bloodbath. That they love it. If they are the god of something, they are definitely like Ares, the god of war. That same day, prosecutors said Zuckerman, which also, now that I think about it, sounds like Zimmerman, posted another online comment which read, hashtag bomb Harvard and end their pro-black agenda. He was arrested in June. Zuckerman, a white man who prosecutors said made the online threats under the username Russian_goalkeeper94, told the court that he was receiving psychological treatment. And I guess that's supposed to make everything better. Zuckerman pleaded guilty to 2 counts of transmitting a threat to injure another person. Under a plea deal, I knew it was a plea deal, subject to the approval of U.S. District Judge Indira Tawani, Zuckerman faces a sentence of 12 to 18 months in prison, so he's looking at a year to a year and a half in jail. Without the plea deal, he could have faced a sentence as much as 10 years. I knew he had to take a plea deal. How else was he going to get that light of a sentence? Tawani warned Zuckerman, who has been in custody since his arrest, that he should be prepared. Oh, so he's been in custody since 2017. So he's been in jail for the last 2 years, basically. It says that warned Zuckerman, who has been in custody since his arrest, that he should be prepared at his sentencing on May 23rd to demonstrate that he will not commit another crime like this. You know, I can almost imagine the finger wagging they did at him. You know how when you talk to a dog not to misbehave, that's what I kind of imagine how they talk to him, like with the wagging of the finger, like, don't you misbehave. I'm going to take your video games away. Don't take that away from the palm color. They might end up, well, you know how they get down. She says, I have to worry about if this is going to happen again, she said. It's a slap on the wrist. I'm not surprised. I mean, this guy threatened to blow up people because they were doing good and they had a separate ceremony for them, and he says he wants to end their pro-black agenda, which I'm almost certain most likely was not the case. He's just mad because they had something special for them, even though white people as a collective are celebrated every day. They get mad because we had Black History Month. We got the shortest month. Y'all are celebrated all throughout the year, even in Black History Month, to be quite honest. Look at the Oscars and the Grammys and how many white artists and white actors and actresses, producers, directors, all those people are celebrated in the shortest month of the year. Even during a leap year, still the shortest month. Y'all get upset at one damn month and y'all lose your damn minds. Y'all let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. I will talk to you in the next one.